It's unforgiving love. When will you come around? When will you come around? When will you come around? It's unforgiving love.
First and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. Thank you, babies. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me, chosen ones? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer, right? So I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't happen to get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you won't get it through somebody else, all right? So be patient with your process. Also, chosen ones, as you already know, my voice is too raspy. I'm damn near on DMX as we speak, all right? So my voice is too raspy to be whispering, okay? So this is about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume. Now, before we get started, hey babies, hey loves. Before we get started, as always, I definitely want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, like, share, subscribe, share gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. Because I don't always get the pause in the middle of my message to say that to you, all right? So thank you. Also, for those of you who have to pop in and out of this live, I understand. I will post this on YouTube as well, all right? So you can receive the message. Now, chosen ones, before we get started, I definitely am sending so much love and light to you. For those of you who may not have had the happiest holidays, all right? Whether or not that's because certain people were not physically around you that used to be, as well as because you may have been experiencing a few things, which we're going to get into, okay? Now, first, chosen ones, I want you to realize right now is a sensitive time for you. So you could have noticed that you may have had a fluctuation of feelings. You could have been feeling sad. You could have been feeling mad. You could have been feeling more vulnerable or more feelings that you wasn't feeling in the past. Now, why is this happening? One, chosen ones, is because you are tapping into a softer era of your life. You're no longer being required to have those guards up because certain people that you had to put that guard up to are getting removed from being around you. God is having it so that you're allowing yourself to be more vulnerable so that the people that are for you can show love to you and you can receive that and reciprocate it, okay? But also, chosen ones, because some of you are not realizing that right now there's certain endings that are occurring for beginnings to happen, okay? Now we're going to get into this. First, right now, chosen ones, there's a lot of things that were done in the dark. There's a lot of things in the past that you didn't have clarity on that is now about to come into the open. And I say this because you've been praying. You've been praying for God to present what is for you, towards you. You have asked God to have the truth get revealed about individuals that you were connected to. And some of you were planning and including people in your future that do not belong to you, are not supposed to be with you. And God is now starting to remove those people from around you. So first, there's some of you that may start to receive certain rough news. Now, some of this, again, there's various, as far as, categories. So stay with me so I can relay this to you, okay? So some of you are going to start getting some information. One, it may be based upon the person that you were romantically connected with or the person that you felt like you could potentially have a future with. Now, some of you have had in and out cycles with these people. Some of you, chosen ones, intuitively you were sensing that they were evil, but because you didn't physically see those things, you didn't believe those things, and now God's about to present it to you. So in the past, or throughout the connection, you could have felt intuitively that they were doing certain things towards you. So this is the times that you felt like they was cheating on you and they denied it. This is the time that you felt like they had a secret and they were hiding it. This is the time where you felt like certain things were not right. God intuitively told you, because that is a gift that you have, chosen ones. Not everybody has it. That's why the enemy's mad. That's why the devil deliberately tries to deter you. That's why you typically attract karmics that try to persuade you not to use it. So I'll give you an example. This is your intuition telling you that this person is creeping on you, cheating on you, deceiving you, using you, has ill intentions for you, befriended you to betray you, was comparing themselves to you or competing, so on and so forth. So intuitively, you felt these things about them. But because they're karmics, because they don't like the fact that God gives you information, he tells you things that they intend to do before they have an opportunity to do it. They deliberately tried to persuade you that what you felt at that time was not right. They made you feel like you were tripping. They made you feel like you had certain gifts that were missing. You felt, again, what you were feeling intuitively did not match the things that they were presenting. So when you was connected to them chosen ones, again, their purpose was to deliberately deter you from the truth. They deliberately were sent to try to deter you from believing in you. So every time you felt something intuitive, which was God's information, that was the confirmation that he was given at that time about them, they tried to present something different so that you didn't listen, right? And that's because, again, the devil doesn't have that gift. So a lot of you wonder what your gift is. Intuition and discernment is a gift too, babies. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that walkie-talkie connection with the divine. So God can page them at any point in time and let them know what's going on. They did not have the same frequency. They was not on the same channel, so they was not receiving the same messages. So when you were connected to them, they deliberately try to deter you in order to disturb you, in order for you to doubt you and not go on the path that God has provided for you. Now, hear me out. With me saying this, chosen ones, there's certain truths. Now, these are some of these people you already physically disconnected from, but spiritually, energetically, they're still connected to you because you keep replaying in your head things that you felt pertaining to them, and they always denied it. They never stepped up, played it, whatever the case may be. Well, chosen ones, this is a season. You asked things to get presented, and now they're about to get presented. And this is not to make you sad because you already felt these things about them. So with me saying certain things are about to get revealed, one, for people that you were romantically connected to, I want you to realize, chosen ones, yeah, see, that's like that Nextel chirp. That's like that Nextel. See, I'm a 90s baby, all right? So when we was growing up, that's so wild to say now, but when we was growing up, yeah, that little Nextel chirp, where you at? What's up type vibe? You feel me? I had my little I-735, my little I-630, all of that, right? But that's the line that you have with God. But let me get back to this. With this being said, chosen ones, I want you to realize that certain individuals that you were connected to, right? Yes, where are you at? That's definitely brings back as far as memories. But I want you to realize that the things that you felt at that time that they denied and you questioned yourself about, you felt like you were unhealed. You felt like you had hurt. So they made you feel that and doubt your worth because they wanted to deny the things that God was intuitively telling you inside. Well, those things are about to get revealed to you. It's not to break you down. It's not to make you sad. It's because, chosen ones, these are your confirmations that's coming in. God's showing you. Remember when you thought about this and you doubted yourself, you was in your feelings, you sat there and thought that you was tripping, you thought that you had unhealed things connected to you, so therefore you sat there and put this or believed in this individual more than you did your intuition that God was telling you, right? So now, chosen ones, the truth is getting revealed. So some of them you're no longer physically connected to, but energetically, because you keep bringing them into new relationships, new partnerships, because you keep thinking about what you went through with them, right? So you get a little sign and you start to get a little triggered, right? Well, I say this, chosen ones, because the people from the past, the truth is about to get presented. Things that you once thought about them is now about to get presented. But this is not to upset you. This is to excite you because you knew the truth the whole time. So God's giving you confirmations where you can start to believe in yourself. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of y'all. I truly do. So I want you to realize some of this that's going to get revealed is going to hurt you. So some of these are getting revealed that the person that you was connected to was physically with other individuals the whole time that you thought that they was just dedicated to you. Certain signs that you were seeing that they told you that you wasn't seeing things clearly is going to get presented. So some of you will start for love. Past people that you were connected to or people you was in an in and out cycle with. There's some people, chosen ones, that you've been praying to take them to the the next chapter with you. God's not allowing that to happen because you asked for the truth to get revealed. You asked what's for you to be towards you. You asked the things that are not to get removed. You wanted clarity. God's providing that for you. So some of these, I have to say, romantically, a lot of things are about to change. You are finally going to see what you need to see. Yes, you're going to be sad, but it's necessary because you had big plans with this person. Some of you wanted to live with them, so you were actually planning moves. Some of you chosen ones was planning weddings with the individual that truly was not for you. Some of you chosen ones were wanting as far as pregnancies with this person that was not your person. So guess what? Now God's about to have the truth get revealed about them. So it's not to make you sad. It's not to make you mad. It's a sign of synchronicities that the things that you want are starting to come in. Okay. So certain plans that you had, so your plan B, C, or D was always God's plan A, all right? So that's starting to get presented. So a lot of truth and clarity is about to happen. Again, it has to be an ending for a new beginning to occur. So there's some people that's going to walk away from you, but right now, chosen ones, it's for you to see the truth. It's for you to make that decision about you. You have to know your value. You are what you attract. So if you doubt yourself, you're going to attract somebody who doubts you as well. If you don't believe in you, if you just settle for the barrel of the bums, you understand? Like, look through the barrel and search through, like you digging through a trunk and you're choosing up a lot of half-ass individuals, but you just trying to choose the best of the bums. No, that's not going to happen. So God now is giving you what you're asking for. So clarity is getting presented. Now, not just love, because again, there's some of you that it may break your heart how it's going to come in, but it's necessary. So this is somebody presenting themselves. Some people are going to come to you to tell the truth. This is not for you to respond crazy to the individual. This is not for you to fight, react, put your hands on it. No, this is a confirmation. So when I tell you the things that are getting presented to you may upset you for that moment, it should really make you smile instead, because again, God's clearing out what's not for you, the things that are ending, the dead ends, he's clipping them for you, okay? Now, I say this, chosen ones, because some of you are like these individuals who got all these dead ends, and because you clip them, you feel like you're missing something. So, no, you're no longer settling. You're willing to do the reset. You're willing to do a restart, right? So just know it's getting presented. Now, with me saying this, it's not to upset you, because this means that you're getting rid of the person who would prevent your true divine person from coming towards you. So you're closing out karmic cycles. You are not to react, all right? So when you find the truth, you're not going to put your hands on that individual. No. You smile, chosen ones, because I'm telling you, this is your confirmation. You already felt it. So why go through it multiple times? Now, I say this because some of you are reliving cycles and you want to know how to get out. I'll explain it, okay? So pertaining to this, intuitively back in the day, you felt certain things about them, correct? But because you did not physically see it, you did not believe it. Because they denied it, you just didn't apply it and you just kept entertaining them, right? Well, now the truth's getting revealed. Now, when I say that you are not to get triggered because it's physically getting presented to you, because these are things intuitively you already knew. So for you to act so shocked about things you already thought, for you to act so shocked about things that you already knew, it's going to work against you, all right? So you don't have to relive it multiple times. It's the same cheating ass energy that you felt from before. It's just now God's giving you a physical confirmation so that you can start to believe in you, so that you're no longer doubting you, so that you can know that you've been feeling the truth, so that you know how to handle certain things that's getting presented to you, right? Because this next stage of phase, chosen ones, it requires for you to be on your P's and Q's. Your business is about to be booming. You're about to be getting proposed to. Opportunities about to get presented to you. So God wants to know, do you know you? Are you familiar with these energies? Because a lot of you have been running into the same demon in different disguises. Because the past person could have been out there and open with their cheating ways. But the new person, because you didn't heal yourself, you attracted somebody else that dressed themselves up like they was the perfect partner. But truthfully, chosen ones, they were not. Truthfully, they were hiding certain things and they had you doubting yourself. So again, the clarity that's getting presented is not to have you in your feelings. It's not to have you sad. If you're going to cry about the past you who doubted yourself. Cry about the fact that you didn't believe in you. Because, chosen ones, you know how there's some of you who got violated when you was a child, or you told your parents something and they didn't believe it? Okay. Well, I have to say you get karma because there's certain things that God was telling you about what these individuals was doing. So your intuition, your inner child was telling you that the person was violating you, doing certain things, but you did not believe it. So I have to say this, chosen ones, you were repeating patterns. You was getting karma and consequences because what you was telling you, you didn't believe those truths, right? You was doubting you, but then you wonder why nobody believes you. You still crying about, oh, your mother didn't believe you, your father didn't believe you, your grandmother didn't believe, whatever the case may be, or the police didn't believe you, or the courts didn't believe you. You didn't believe in you. You didn't listen. You understand? Sometimes you didn't trust your intuition. So now you're starting to realize how you was working against you too, right? So again, clarity is coming in. So there's a lot of endings that's about to occur. Now, chosen ones, when the truth gets presented to you, you are not to sit there and get yourself or re-sign that lease with these individuals, okay? So there's some of you, a move is necessary. You're about to be moving. You almost renewed that lease with that person. And God was like, no, it's not worth it. Because when you was with them, they wasn't holding up their end of the bargain, right? So that's almost like you living with somebody and you go in there agreeing that both y'all going to pay y'all's own side of the rent. And then all of a sudden they switch up and you're sitting there providing for them because your names are connected to it, right? So that's some of the relationships you've been in. You've been going above and beyond. When you first started off, you guys agreed that you're going to pour into them. They're going to pour into me. They're going to pour into you, whatever the case may be, right? But then all of a sudden what happened? After due time, they got comfortable. After due time, they start not doing the things that they were supposed to do. So all of that work fell on you. So now you was paying for this individual who was not contributing to nothing. Okay. They wasn't contributing to your happiness. They wasn't contributing to as far as prosperity. They didn't make certain things easier for you. If anything, they sat there and put all their burdens on you. You understand? Whether or not that was financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you were in connections that were not reciprocating. They were, again, they drew you in. They knew that because you were committed to it, because you had certain things that you invested in it, they felt like, oh, well, they could just ride as far as the wave. Absolutely not. All right. So just know this is the time where clarity is getting provided because you had plans. You were considering renewing certain cycles with them. You were considering because you were so, some of you are getting sick and tired of having to wait so on and so that you almost went back to the past thing. Absolutely not. So endings are occurring. Now, some of the endings are occurring through as far as cheating that's coming through that you're realizing. Some of them chosen ones, which clarity's coming through pertaining to finances. You're finding out that certain things was not right, whatever the case may be. But just know that, all right? Now, with me saying this, one sec. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I'm glad that we divinely align. But you are no longer going to settle with somebody who's not playing a part. Now, I say this because as you're about to have an ending, it's necessary because chosen ones, this new year is something different. I know that we know the new year technically doesn't start until April time, but this time, 2025, it's starting in January. All right. So by December 31st, there's a lot of shit from now and then that you're about to be experiencing. I'm talking about major shit. You're going to be sitting there like, damn, it's one thing after another. Absolutely. It's necessary. All right. Because God's not having you bring that trauma, that drama, that negativity with you. 2025 is the year of the 9, right? So that's 2025 added up is 9. If you don't know about as far as numerology and all of that, right? The year of the 9 is all about self-development. It's all about you investing in you. It's all about the things that you were focused on or speaking into fruition in 2024 is now getting presented to you. So I told you 2020 brought clarity. That was that vision. So when the lockdown happened, you actually had to get stuck with your decisions. So the person that you were seeing at that time, you started to realize that you don't really like them like that because you had to be around them. The lockdown made you forced to be face to face with as far as certain people or decisions that you made. So 2020 brought clarity to you. Thank you, beautiful. 2021, God gave you opportunity to start removing those things. So he showed you and was like, all right, 2021, let me see if you can start filtering out certain things from you. Some of you took that initiative. Some of you seen the signs that God showed you in 2020. In 2021, you kind of was sitting with the information that was presented. You was kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm going to, you understand? You wasn't sure if you was going to believe that or receive that or not. 2022 came around. Everything that you refuse to remove from around you, 2022, things start coming out. 2022, people start showing themselves. So in 2022, a lot of you relationships ended, friendships ended, connections ended. Why? Because God started to force that. So 2020, you've seen things clear. 2021, God gave you the first choice. Like, hey, you can remove these things from around you. Hey, you get the option. You always get chosen ones. We always get the first opportunity. The devil never gets one up on us. God gives us our intuition so we know their intentions before they have an opportunity to do it. So when 2020 came around and clarity came, 2021, you may have just, again, sat on those things. You're like, pondering it, right? Well, 2022, God gave that same opportunity to those people as you. So he sat there and brought forth certain desires, certain, as far as things that could draw them in that direction. So if that person was all about money, guess what? He had somebody that was all about money or had money get presented just to see if they was going to choose that person over you. So when you had the opportunity in 2021, you chose not to. So God gave that person an opportunity because regardless, what's for you is going to come towards you. What's not, God's going to remove out of your life whether or not you walk away or he has them walk away from you. So when 22 came around, everything that you refuse to sit there and walk away from, he presented that opportunity to them. So you had, as far as God gave you an option, like walk away from this person that's not really your type, really doesn't feel right, ain't doing anything positive in your life. He showed you, like, do you think this person's for you? Does it make sense now that you're around them? Does it feel right with them? Now that you're on lockdown and you have to be around them, you seen their, as far as their intentions. Some of them, you seen the most selfish shit during that time period. You started seeing people that were all about self. You started seeing people all about nobody else. Now, let me pause for a minute just to remind you, chosen ones. Right now, I do have the buy one, get one for the 10-minute reading. So that's the relationship reading, the 10-minute recording reading. If you rather me record it for you so that you can come back and reference it. Because some things, yes, I talk about the past, the present, but also things that are coming in. But I also had the 10-minute via phone where we talk sessions that's available too. It's buy one, get one. So you can combine the two. So that's a total of 20, when we speak or so on and so forth, right? So I just want to say that the link's in my bio because I do have a few openings left, but I wanted to remind you, okay? But let me get back to the message. Now, with me saying this, everything that God knew, again, that was not for you. He showed you about this individual. So when things were tight, he showed you how they were selfish. When you were locked in the house with them, you started to realize you couldn't really stand them. Y'all really didn't have things in common. You didn't really know that person like you thought. So when 2022 came around again, God gave the same opportunity from them. Some of you was like, nah. You walked away from that opportunity. You was like, I'm not interested. So God was like, okay, since you don't want to listen, you don't believe that. God's sitting there telling you like, hey, you know that's not your person, right? You know they up to some shit. You know that really don't make sense for you to be with them. You see you not really aligned at this time. You didn't listen. You like, thanks, but no thanks, right? So then 2022, God gave them the same thing. So God knew that they was all about money. Guess what? He had somebody come that was all about money too. Somebody who may have appeared like they had money just so that that person would be tempted to choose that other individual over you. A lot of them took the bait. They didn't see you as financially abundant. They didn't see your wealth within you because you ain't have it on you. The whole time you in the middle of working, chosen ones, you're not going to have your finest attire on when you was in the middle of breaking cycles, when you was in the middle of healing you, when you was in the middle of building certain foundations. Of course, you're not going to look like you got it, but you had it within you. That's like you ain't going to have $1 million to flex it, had $1 spread over your arm, but you had it on your card, right? That's just so, right? So 2022, he presented those opportunities to them. This is when a lot of the cheating, creeping, deception, all of that started to occur. A lot of those people, thank you, babies, walked away from you at this time. You started to see the truth about them. They started acting all phony. You understand? You started to see friends. Now, it's not just romantic partners, but this also boundary was set pertaining to people that you was connected to. So this is family. You started seeing that when you was limited, when you needed assistance, they turned the other way. But these are the main people that when they needed help, you stepped up and you was extending yourself to them. As far as family, these were people that you was showing love to them. You was cutting off certain people that was for you because they didn't like them. Whatever the case may be, then all of a sudden they started to show you their truths. they was using you, how they talked to you. They didn't see you valuable unless you were doing something for them. People that were speaking spells on you, whether or not that was verbally or they actually were doing voodoo and hoodoo. Because some of you starting to realize that certain people you was connected to was witches and wizards. You starting to realize that Granny's ass had a lot going on. You starting to realize Miss Margaret's ass wasn't so right? So you started to see it as far as the truth, whether or not that was people in your community or your congregation. You started to see, okay? Now, as far as friends too, this is the time period where they turn into Mr. and Mrs. Me Too's. Everything that you wanted to do, they hurry up and try to do it before you. Everything that you was intending, they hurry up and try to do. They was competing. You seen the truth about them. But again, at that time, you did not listen. You're like, nah, so-and-so, absolutely not. This is like somebody that's trying to call you like, yo, I heard so-and-so, and you, no. So you shrugged it off. Then guess what? God had them get presented. So this was the time where you could have felt limited. Your finances could have been restricted. Your car could have broke down. Your job may not have worked out. And again, your job is part of the cycle too, because some of you at that time were in positions where you were showing up doing jobs that didn't required, you understand, wasn't in your, as far as your job description. You dedicated your whole life to a company, and when that lockdown happened, you seen that how some of them didn't give no damn about you, your children too, whether or not you was eating or nothing. They just needed what they needed from you. And when they no longer felt like you was valuable, you was struggling. They didn't, you understand? So that was to show you the truth about the positions that you were in. When you were sick, they didn't care. They wanted your ass to show up. When you was going through this, certain people in your family was going through certain stuff. They didn't care. So during that time, God was making everything clear. What the enemy intended to destroy you, God was having things work out for you. So when you felt like things was ending, it was leading to new beginnings, right? So then again, as we said it, 2022 came around. God gave those opportunities for those people to show themselves, right? Because in 2021, you chose not to. Now, after 22 happened, certain people start showing their truth. Some of these people, chosen ones, they ended, they blocked you, they ghosted you, they went and chose to play positions for other individuals. So this is you asking them when you was with them. So if this is romantically, when you was with them, you asked them or expected them to play a position, wanted them to show up. You wanted them to align. So this is if you have children with somebody, you wanted them to be a good father or mom, and then they chose not to and went and played house with somebody else, right? Or this is as far as your job. You, again, you started to see pretending to the truth about them. Hours start getting cut back, all of that, like certain things, again, got presented. Now, so that's, again, goes into 2023, right? Now, I say this because 2023, you had to settle with your decisions. So in 2021, I will go back through it. 2020, that was clear vision. You had the lockdown. God forced you to see about your decisions. The people you was with, the jobs you was with, the family you was with, you started to see the true character of these individuals. That veil started to get lifted. 2021, he gave you opportunity to remove yourself from the cycle. Know your worth. A lot of you started your spiritual journey or your spiritual awakening at that time. Now 2022 came around, right? God gave that opportunity to them. Thank you, babies, for them to walk out of your life. What happened? A lot of them chose that. So some of it was like God told them, hey, I'll give you 1,000. I'll give you 10 stacks if you walk away from that person. I'll give you this. So they got bribed to. Now, sometimes it was God telling them so that they was forced from around you. But some of it also was the devil and the enemy trying to lure these people from around you. But that was them missing out, not you, chosen ones. Because you have to know that you have a bigger purpose than them. You were somebody that was the wealth was on you. This is like when you was younger and you walked to the store and you know how there's one child that's more mature than the other. So if that's the older sister, the older brother, it could be the youngest too, but the person that the grandmother or the mother trusted with that money, like, nah, they gonna go and get what I need and come and do what they supposed to do. That was you, chosen ones. God trusted you with the wealth. God trusted you with the vision. God trusted you with the abundance, right? Because he said he knew that you was going to do what you needed to do and come back to him with what you were supposed to have, right? The other person was just walking with you. They was just there to keep you company. That's why I say a lot of these people play themselves out of position because all they were supposed to do was just physically be present, and God was going to sit there and bless them for being with you just so that you ain't have to walk by yourself, right? But they chose not to. Now, with me saying this, chosen ones, again, The money was on you. The wealth was on you. God handed that to you. They didn't have that. So a lot of them walked away and they did a lot of devious shit to get the abundance that they needed. They was doing them PPP loans. They was out here pushing that P from MLK to Charles Street. They was out here doing devious things to get ahead. They was selling themselves out in a sense, right? So you ain't have to do all of that. The wealth was on you. God trusted you with it, right? So I say this because in 2023, chosen ones, what started to happen? You had to kind of see as far as those decisions. You started to see or have to live with the choices that you made. So some of them walked away, some of them didn't. They stayed with you while still connected in other people or still connected to different demonic shit. So 2023, you had to live with your decisions or the decisions that you chose not to make in that moment when they got presented to you, right? So 2023, you had to sit with that. You had to think about that. Now 2024 came around. You started to figure out certain shit like, you know what? I've been sitting in this relationship. I've been sitting in this as far as friendship, this family dynamic, this job position. I've been sitting here settling. You started to have one time for yourself where certain things start clicking in. You started realizing like, wait a minute. So things started to, the same things that got presented to you in 2020, 2024, you started to focus again. Like, matter of fact, so you started clearing off those lenses. You started to, I tell you, chosen ones, be mindful, even pertaining to those forehead kisses. Your third eye is right there in the middle, right? So when people give you forehead kisses, think about your phone. When you have your phone, if your face is greasy and you put your phone on your face and that camera's greasy too, when you cut it on for the selfie for you, that's what certain energies do. So you have people kissing you in your forehead or touching certain portals of you, right? And that was them blurring certain shit up. So 2024, you started to clean it up. You started realizing like, wait, so the decisions that you had to sit with in 2023 that you didn't make, that you didn't do when he presented it to you and gave you an opportunity to, 2023, you had to sit in that stagnancy. You had to sit in that funk in a sense, right? 2024, you was like, nah, fuck that. Something got to shake. You start realizing like, this ain't going to work for you no more. You started seeing things clearly. Your third eye started defrosting because some of y'all had ice walls around you based upon what you went through. And now you're like, oh, now why am I going to be limited? You're thinking like, you did all the work. So this is just like a party when the teacher's like, listen, you do your work, you had good behavior. At the end of the week, we going to have a pizza party again. I'm a 90s baby, right? So this is days when we used to have a Pizza Hut. You understand the little certificate? As soon as you do good, they give you a free pizza, little personal size and all of that. So this is you get rewarded. You did your work. You're about to have graduation. You're not about to sit out because your homegirl was talking and doing dumb shit. You're not about to fail your test because shorty didn't sit there and study for it and she wants to do. No, you were like, absolutely not. Before you may have done that, but now you like, I'm not doing that shit no more. So 2024, you started realizing certain things, right? You learned your value and I'm proud of you. You start realizing that certain things people were speaking on you was not true. You was just turning into those people because you started speaking it towards you too. You starting to feel your mojo, and especially towards this end of the year, you starting to be like, fuck out of here for anything that does not pour into you. So this is why I say endings are happening right now, because you're no longer settling for the things that you once were. You're starting to realize your value. Now you're starting to realize that the cycles that they chose didn't have shit to do with you. Because so-and-so chose to do what they did does not mean that you have to sit there and stay in that stagnancy. Doesn't mean that they made a decision for both of you. So you started to separate. Now you starting to plant seeds. Now all this is why I say, chosen ones, if you need to know what cycles you need to disconnect from, you want to know who you need to, I got you. Links in my bio. Buy one, get one free right now. And I say this because this is a different new year than all the other ones. Again, I say we do know that springtime is typically the real new year, but 2025 is different. You don't know how the energies then shifted. It's the end of an evil era. So whatever you're planting seeds into at the end of 2024, that's what's getting as far as coming into fruition. So whatever seeds that you plant this year is what's popping up early next year. I'm talking about a lot of you got major things that's about to happen for you in January. I'm talking about your love. I'm talking about opportunities that you didn't even think people was watching you or wanted to offer you. You're about to have big offers. A lot of people that's going to want to partner up with you. A lot of people who seen your value and like, yo, I've been following you for a minute or so and so. You're about to have abundance. A lot of you got love that's coming in. You got a true tribe that's coming in, not that false ass family. Because you got to remember, family's not always where you come from. It's often where you're led to because you was chosen. That's why you was the black sheep. They really wasn't your people. That's like you finding out you was adopted in a sense because you got this type of look and they got some other shit. They were not your family. You're finding your true tribe now, okay? And the people that was using you, seeing your value and just wanted to come to you to get certain insight, get certain things and then go about their business. No, now you're getting reciprocation. Now you're getting appreciation. Now you're getting that acknowledgement. So that's why I say it's really important from now. I'm talking about the next few days. Chosen one, this ain't no sell gimmick. I'm serious. I believe in you. I'm not about to have you F it up for you. You done sat there and been through so much shit. I'm going to make sure that your ass is present during this graduation. You hear me? So if you still feel like you got certain cycles you need to shake away from, come to me. People who know that they come and get readers, you know I'm going to tell you everything. I don't care if it says 30 minutes. If you got a little bit more time, we going to be on that phone then. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. As long as I ain't got no reading right after, I'm going to make sure you get everything that you need to get. You understand me? Because again, chosen ones, it's a lot of information you're going to get within that few minutes. It's like your whole, when they say your life flash before your eyes and everything comes fast, that's what's happening because we about to clear this shit up. You got major things that's coming in. You got merges. Some of y'all are laughing like, I know I ain't got, baby, you got marriages coming. Some of y'all don't realize you about to be a full husband or wife in 2025 and you don't even know because you like, nah, there ain't even nobody around. They about to come, baby. I promise you, I guarantee, I stamp this. You hear me? I stamp this on this day. I say this and I promise you, come back, you gonna see it, right? Y'all got major, I'm talking about in January, by mid-January, y'all got big decisions you about to make. Offers that's about to come that's gonna say, hey, you gonna have to relocate. And you sitting there thinking that you stuck in that lease. Nope, you're going to leave. And some of you like, oh, you just re-signed the lease and now you did this. Don't worry about that. God's going to get you in your new place. You ain't going to have to worry. How you know that man, listen, by law, technically, let's talk. In certain places, you sign the lease, you may have to pay 2 months as far as for breaking it, 2 months worth, but fuck it. What you have to pay is nothing compared to what you're about to get. That opportunity that's about to get offered, that money is about to be coming in. You ain't going to have to do as much as you did in order to get that income because you standing in your purpose. So how you used to do a million things to get enough to survive, chosen one, you're not going to have to do that no more, mama. You're not going to have to do that no more, Papa. I promise you. That's why you're starting to see things slow up because God's getting you ready for that come up. He like, you ain't going to have to do all this shit that you was did. That's why you putting that work in. Think about when you planning. The hardest part is to get it started. Finding the perfect location, finding the right soil for your garden, making sure it's at a perfect plate that can get light but not too much, that can get rain but not too much, is not going to be triggered by the elements. That's what you're doing right now. You was finding the perfect location or setting that foundation. You were planting the seeds or preparing the foundation. That was you healing from certain things. That was you getting certain things from around you. That was you learning your value. So you was prepping that foundation, okay, for the things that you're about to plant. Now, with me saying this, yes, I love art. I definitely look forward to seeing your art. I'm an artist too, so I like that. But I will say this, 2024 is the seeds that you planted. So again, if you feel like you got cycles connected to you, the links in my bio, again, take advantage of the opportunity, chosen ones, because it's important. All right. Now, early as far as 2025, when I say it's about to be, this is almost like you go to sleep broken. You come up tomorrow, you check your numbers and your ass done hit, almost like All About the Benjamins without that crazy shit, right? You about to have a major come up. So the people that's getting disconnected from your life right now is because you about to have a come up, babies. So the money's about to be longer. The love's about to be stronger. That light's going to be bright. You understand me? Everything's aligning right now. You hear me? I love you too, babies. Thank you. Love you too. So just know that, okay? Now, with me saying this, get excited. You about to be relocating. So you out here talking about you don't see how it's going to be done. You're not supposed to, because you would have told somebody who couldn't go. Yeah, couldn't have the ability. This is like God telling you about to get a job and you telling Shorty about the job and she persuades you not to take it so she can hurry up and apply. God's like, I'm not telling your ass nothing, because you still had monitoring spirits in your energy. You still was connected to your enemy. So this move is about to be new to you. And it's because all you got on some flowetry type tip. All you gotta do is say yes. That's it. All you gotta do is say yes. You understand me? And you're gonna see everything get presented. So a lot of you, I have to say, relocations is coming. I'm talking about you ain't heard nothing for a minute. All of a sudden, you got somebody extending like, hey, we got a job opportunity here. Some of you will be within the company that you at. Others is new companies that you may not even apply to. Or if you applied to, it was way back when, that's finally reaching out like, yeah, we've been studying you. We've been watching you. We love what you do. We've been setting up the scenery behind the scenes for this opportunity that comes for you. Some of these people been hearing the things that you said that you needed. You wanted a house. You wanted as far as love. You wanted a fresh start. They've been preparing that. You may not have known about it. They may not have told you the work that they was doing behind the scenes for you. It's about to get presented. I promise you, it's about to get presented. So everything that you was asking for is coming. So let these endings happen. Don't be in your feelings. Let that shit happen. Let it get it over with. You understand me? That's why some of y'all don't realize this Christmas, why your ass was by yourself. It's because some of the people, you got to have your last celebrations with some people that your ass will never see again. Some of them going to the upper room or the lower level. You understand? Depending if they divine or they demons. But some people are about to pass away. The same people that you was out here chilling with during the holiday, you ain't realize that was the last time you was going to see them. That's why you was all up in your feelings. You was mourning the ending of a cycle. You was mourning the death of an evil era. You understand me? So you've been in your feelings. Guess what? It's necessary. So next year, you could have been by yourself. Guess what next year? You about to be with your partner. You about to be put up. You may not have had presents this year, but guess what? You about to have abundance where you got gifts under the tree for you too. So this year you barely may have made it by to do things that you wanted to do. Guess what? This year you about to do it for somebody that you supposed to be doing it for. So you was sad you couldn't buy so-and-so a gift. You wasn't even supposed to give shit to their ass. And if you was supposed, or if that person was for you and you didn't, they didn't make you feel less valuable. They poured into you because you are a gift yourself. You understand me? Just your presence is the present. You understand me? Your presence is the present. So you don't have to buy your person. That's a demonic trait. You understand me? Now, with me saying Christmas, happy holidays, I'm going to be honest. Certain holidays I do not technically celebrate, but I take that time to embrace with my family. So Christmas, of course, like my babies know, as far as like we go hard for God around this time, but I also keep as far as their innocence. I do say as far as Santa, get them gifts and all of that, just so that they can stay in their innocent state of mind, right? I turn the holiday into ours. So Halloween, we don't celebrate. However, because my children are gifted, because we are gifted, we know about spirits and all of that. They're not fearful of the enemy. They're protected from the enemy, but they're aware, right? We turn Halloween into something different. We do art shows, or they'd never been trick-or-treating before. I turned every room into the house into a different place, and they go around and collect. You understand? Or we do art shows, movie nights, and all of that. As far as Easter, certain things, you understand, certain things we don't really celebrate, but we celebrate together differently. You're starting your own traditions. But again, I pour into them. I want them to enjoy certain things, but it's not the same, you understand, as everybody else. But I say this, chosen ones, because my children, again, you know, I love my babies. And actually, let me give recognition to my son. I'm so proud of you, baby boy. All right. My son then completed certain college courses in his high school. He didn't sat there and got his business and communication, like all of that. I'm proud of you. You understand me? Like, I am so proud of you. But let me say this, chosen ones. you are about to be put in a position. You raised your children because you raised your vibrations. People may not have liked that. They may have called you boring because you was dedicated to clearing out cycles. You were helping them. You may not have felt like you was financially. Oh, thank you. I'll definitely relay that to him. Thank you. I'm proud of my baby. He's early. I'm talking about his first year in high school and he's completing his college courses. Like, I'm really proud of my baby boy. He got so... All of them, my daughters too, like they doing their thing. So it's beautiful when you see the seeds that you planted start to flourish, and they're flourishing by being them. Because I'll say this, just a side note, my son, he wasn't the type, he played like flag football. He wasn't into certain things. Just because he's tall, I ain't forced basketball on him because I like basketball and his father did. None of that. He's a brainiac. I always told him since he was little, he's an engineer, he's a CEO, he a boss. My daughters too. So chosen ones, allow your children to be who they are and they're going to flourish. Don't try to mold them into what you thought that they wanted to be or who you felt that you wanted to be. Let them be them, because there's been so many times that, no, my son is a protector, but he gets to be a child. He's not here. You understand? He gets to be him. You hear me? My daughters, they have their purpose. They have their gift strong as shit. Like, I could literally tell them to read somebody and they can read somebody just like I did it, right? But it's because I instilled them to be them, not be what I wish I could have did, not do the things that, because no, let them be them. So if they don't want to go play certain sports and do shit, if they don't want to go follow and be Mrs. and Mr., let them be them, okay? Let them embrace them. Let them sit there and be them so they don't have to go find themselves like you are as an adult. Because there's some of you had your parents invested in you, had poured into you, seen the gifts that you had and encouraged you to be you. You wouldn't be now trying to find you. You wouldn't now be trying to break certain cycles that didn't belong to you. So although some of you have good intentions because you want to give them what you didn't have, did you ask them if they even wanted it in the first place? You understand me? Because some of the things you thought that you wanted, your ass, if you got it, you don't even want it no more. You understand? So let you learn you, okay? Don't think that you're not valuable because you can't do financially. No, if you raise your child right, then they're going to be loving life. Yes, the gifts is going to be an added bonus. They're going to, you understand? So just know that, okay? Stop putting pressure on yourself, because some of you feel like, oh, so-and-so didn't have this. Do they know that? Time is everything. Memories is everything. I tell you that, chosen one. As somebody who, my father passed when I was 6, I remember memories, us nature, something that I love now. As far as the talks we had, the songs we had. My father was an artistic person as far as musically. He could sing, he could rap. He was a comedian. So everything that I love is based, some of the things that I love is because my father embraced those things when I was little. You understand? Like those things. So live for you. You hear me? Because material things come and go. Half the time you're buying it for you. So you might as well buy your ass that instead of putting their name on it. You understand? So just know that, okay? Now, with me saying this, 2025, the year of the 9, it's all about self-development. It's all about you. So you're planting these seeds. So you got your partner coming in that's going to pour into you. I'm talking about this person's going to love on you, going to protect you. This person's going to speak highly of you. This person's going to show you off. So you're going to go from being hidden. And now you're going to be happy that you was hidden. And I'll tell you I give you all this example, and don't feel like I get on here talking shit about the people I was connected with. Absolutely not. They know that they're part of the journey, and they know that I say whatever position they play, this is to help people from having to go through it. So don't think I just talk on here because I say the same shit to them. I stand on what I say, right? But chosen ones, I can speak on behalf of myself. There were relationships that I was in where that person was real secretive. I felt like I was hidden, right? There's no, as far as even on my part too, I ain't feel the need to take a bunch of pictures with us. And now went from hidden to instead to happy, because now you're starting to see who they were. If people knew who my child's father, no disrespect, if people knew who my child's father was at that time, that would be embarrassing, because he just be, you know what I'm saying? He just was a ladies' man. All right. Let's just say that. So certain things you was hidden, you're going to be happy because people can't pop up. They're not going to know who you was connected to. They're not going to know what you went through. You're going to be able to represent you and not the other person, right? So some of y'all going to be happy that you don't have 1,000,001 fucking pictures with that person so that you're not looking stupid. Oh, you so-and-so's child's mother or child's father. No. So no, I say this all the time. You might as well call me Murray, motherfucker, because some people are not getting claimed. All right, just say that. All right, some people ain't getting claimed, but I say this, chosen ones, because again, you're going to go from hidden. Some of you are some of you have been that karmic where you have tried to hide that person because the past person that you popped out with, they played you, embarrassed you. So now you kind of scared to show your person. And then guess what? Now you turn into the karmic that has that person hidden. So now you keep reliving a cycle. No. Next person I pop out with, I can guarantee I've been holding things together. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm about to pop out. I said finally 2025, I'm about to actually take initiative to be in a relationship. I don't talk to people like that romantically. If people been interested in me, they always be scared to say shit to me. Nope. I want me somebody who's standing up. I want somebody who sees my value, but also knows the value within them too. Cause some people can be really intimidated by you, chosen ones. They're intimidated by your beauty. They're intimidated by your brain. Some of them are, and you want to say your intelligence and all of that. Some of them are scared that you have multiple options. Some of them are scared to give you certain love and attention because they feel like it doesn't equate to the things that you have or the other offers coming in. When really you just want something real and authentic. I tell you, love for me comes in various forms. I just love love. So it doesn't have a certain look. It's that feeling. You understand me? So when I tell you some of you doubt you because you feel like the person wouldn't physically like you or you wouldn't be able to, stop that. You don't believe in yourself. Some of you had that Jezebel spirit in you years ago and you scared that you're going to break somebody's heart. There's some of you, commitment used to scare me because of the commitments I was in. They try to change me. I'm a bubbly person. I like to laugh. I like to vibe. I like, you understand the finer things in life, not as far as financially is cool. But when I say finding things in life, I like bonding with an individual. So I can be in the middle of the hood and be happy, laughing. I can be over in the bougie area, happy, laughing. I'm going to sleep peaceful on an air mattress like I would a king size bed. I'm going to ride happy in a passenger princess in that putt-putt or that new foreign whip. I just like what I like. It's not connected to finance. I don't see people's worth about what they got on them. If they dress different than I like the fact that they like being authentically them. So this is the thing. Some people, chosen ones, like you for who you really are. Some people like you, chosen ones, for who you are. And I'll say 1 second, babies, because I just want to make sure we keep everything energy clear in here. So I just had to look a little bit. But as far as even weight, I didn't sat there and dated masculines that were on some big pun shit. You understand? Some bigger masculines. It doesn't matter. I didn't dated some that had they shit together in the gym all the time. Long hair, short hair, balding, hair. You understand? As well, let me say, because that sound like I was dating a lot, motherfucker. But no, as far as the person, the qualities that they have, it's the love. So when you see somebody and you're like, oh, why is so-and-so with them? It's because they are attracted. That person becomes attracted to me. So think about this. When you really love somebody, that intimacy hits different because you feel that connection with them. You feel that love with them. So yes, you could be smashing people. That's a demonic trait. No, you want to make love, but in order to make love, you have to be in the state of love with that person, right? So they have to love you. You have to love them. It has to be a connection, correct? So I say this, chosen ones, because you're starting to see the value in individuals, the same value that other people overlooked you for. That was God looking out for you. But now you're starting to see about that people too. So what do you like for you? What does the future you, what would it want? I want a loving partner. So therefore, I'm not going to have to keep looking over their shoulder. I don't want to ask you, do you love me? I want to say I love you and you say you love me too. I want you to start the I love yous and I respond as well. I want to smile while I'm looking at you. I want to create art with you. I always tell you, chosen ones, I'm going to know my divine masculine because I want that, that scene off of Ghost when they build it, because I love making pottery and all of that, right? Since I was little. So You know that scene where they mixing, you know what I'm saying, making a pot. I want to do that with my person. I want to go see new things that they may not have did. I want them to put me on. I want to go mudding on a four-wheeler with them. I'm saying all of this because you're going to have a partner that's going to be open to what you're open with. So again, they're going to introduce you to this. You understand? They're going to, just wanted to buy you flowers. I go from the person giving people they flowers all the time, handing them flowers to receiving it. But I'm going to receive it because I buy myself flowers, even without any masculine. You understand me? So you have to be it to receive it. You have to do it for you first. You understand? So really set your standards from now until the first. You don't have until the first. From now until the 30th, you got to clear some shit up. You have to get real personal with the things that you want. Describe your person. Describe them. Okay? They loving, they nurturing, they supportive. Somebody who has they as far as their divine align, they purpose, but we can put them together. So that means your person is going to be somebody that's your homie, lover, best friend. Somebody that you're going to work with. A lot of you are about to be going starting businesses with your person. A lot of you are about to be starting new adventures, okay? So think about what you want because it's about to get presented. 2025, the year of the 9, it's all about you. It's all about I. So everything that you want right now, so it's the time to sow it, okay? Now I say this because whatever you water on December 31st, that's going to be what blooms on the 1st. So if you out here partying, doing dumb shit with demonic people, you got a whole you got another lifetime of unhappiness. It's not just for 2025. From December 30th is what you're stuck with various lifetimes to come. So make sure you are ready. Make sure that you know what you want because this is not just until a few years from now. No, this is lifetimes to come. So the cycle that you're connected with at the end of 2024, don't feel like you got the 31st. You don't. The 31st is God looking over. Okay, so this is the order and he's stamping that. You don't have until the 31st. The 31st, he's looking over as far as the orders, and he already done put it in the system. And that's what you're going to have from lifetimes to come. So some people are just closing out a certain lifetimes and lifetimes of misery and all this shit. Please do the right thing. If you want to know what you connected to, who you need to remove from you, what you need, the link's in my bio. Again, take advantage of the buy one, get one. I don't play about this. I love my position. I love my purpose. I'm here to prepare you. I'm something like those teachers where your ass was failing. Now I'm going to do that one-on-one with you. I'm going to make sure that you grasp the concept, know how to get as far as the solutions so that you could know the knowledge that you need to have so that, again, along the way, you can help people out as well, but you're prepared for the tests that get presented. Because I'm telling you right now, chosen ones, you are getting prepared. You hear me? So if you need assistance, I got you. You need a reminder, I got you. You need to know what's stopping you or attempting to block you. You need to know what monitoring spirits are connected. I got you. Everybody who comes to me, no. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I'm going to tell you about your past. I'm going to tell you about your present. And I'm going to tell you about what's to come. Now, the things that I tell you about the future, some of the things you like, I always prefer, if you want to know about things that are to come, get a recorded reading from me. Because I record it for you. You get to save it and always go back and reference it, okay? So the link's in my bio. All you do is click on where it says book your session, book your code. Click on see the things that you need. Now, if you get a recording reading, if you send your picture over to me early, please have your email and stuff associated because some of you, I send your readings out and then I got to kind of track you down. Please don't do that, okay? Because I want everything is in divine timing. So there's certain things you need to know now that's going to happen in the next day or so. So those of you come to me, you know already now how I do. And I love the fact that y'all like, yeah, I'm glad I came to you. I'll tell you, some things is like within a few days that I got to tell you, but some things is within a few weeks. Preparation. You got to be prepared for these things, okay? But I love you. Know that if you book your reading, if you send me your picture over early, and let me know if you want to combine the two, because the 10-minute ones, whether that's a relationship reading, the recorder reading, or the via audio phone, Let me know if you want to combine the two. I'll ask you. I'll reach out to you. If you want to combine the two, cool. If you want a relationship, I'll read it. This would be like, I'm telling you about the person you connected with, telling you whether or not they right for you or not. The next reading will be all about you, what's coming in, the person, all of this. Because I'll tell you about options. I'll tell you about the karmics too, just so that you are alert by them. Because some of them come in disguises, I'm trying to tell you, okay? So I love you. I appreciate you. The link's in my bio, but I do have to get off of here because I do have some coaching sessions to start. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Chosen ones, everybody that's on here, I ask you to click my link in my bio and follow me or subscribe on YouTube, okay? Because TikTok's still in the air. I still want you to be able to reach me, align with me. If you need me, I got you. I told you I'm plucking motherfuckers out your energy. I don't play about you. So you come to me, you know I'm putting protection over you. You know I'm making certain things. I don't play like that, okay? So I love you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, thank you, babies. If you need me, you know how to reach me. But again, follow me on YouTube because we're going to start going fully on YouTube if TikTok's no longer here, okay? I love you. Y'all can say, oh, thank you, babies. I love y'all. Y'all know I told you I'm Team Saggy, but my moon sign's a Cancer and I got Earth and Air all through my chart, right? Y'all be making me so happy tears like y'all do. I appreciate y'all. I love you so much. Y'all know I got you. You hear me? If nobody told you, I love you. I got you. I don't play about you. You understand me? Know that. But y'all continue to be great. Thank you again, baby. Love you. If you need me, again, the link's in my bio for the reading. If you need to message me, I would say Instagram or TikTok. I'll start checking my messages more. Because Chosen Ones, honestly, outside of my coaching sessions, I go ahead and about my business. I'm all about my babies. You understand? So once I get off, I go about my business, okay? So just know, links in my bio. We got great things to come 2025. I love you so much. If you need me, you know how to reach me, okay? Be great.